Bought my first house when I was, say, about 19 for $7 grand. I've been hustling, doing everything I can to stack my money because I always kind of knew I was going to end up working for myself. I ended up buying the second house for like about $5,000. It was a piece of crap. Put about $15,000 into it. I mean, my last. I made a bunch of mistakes on that property. I pushed forward. Finally, I got it completed. Ended up selling that house for $45,000. After realtor fees, closing costs, I ended up getting a check back for about $39,000. And with that $39,000 is when I really started investing in real estate. And that's where the snowball effect started. It's gonna start with one will turn into two, and then you have a guy like me, 15 years later, I am where I am now. You'll get a chance to really see an up close and direct look into how an investor works, hands-on, and how we negotiate with the tenants, homeowners, and so forth. This property at 3509 Alexandria in Arlington, bought that property at the foreclosure auction. That property didn't go quite like I expected it. It was a longer flip time than what I thought due to foundation was a lot worse than what I anticipated. I bought the property for like 60. I had it comped out retail once I fixed it up about 130. So I got a little room to play with, about 70,000 to play with. On a property of this statute, I want to try and generally make about 20, 30,000. So when you look at a 70,000 profit margin, I got to try and make this happen between 30 and 40,000 with the foundation and everything. Luckily, they had one of those lifetime tile roofs on it. And so I thought maybe I was gonna have to replace that, but I just had to make a few repairs on it. So that saved me a bunch of money. You're talking about like a $20,000 roof. Yeah, cause so once we get everything done, I think one of the things that we need to get rid of this tree.
This guy always wants to cut down trees and nature, you know.
It's obstructing the view of the property. It's just, it won't let the grass grow.
Mike, what's wrong with the tree? The root system, it wasn't going up under the slab, so it wasn't causing it any problem. Plus it was, you know, nice landscape and it could beautify the property. So I felt like that tree was a keeper. But Mike, on the other hand,
I love trees, I love nature, I love greenery, but this particular tree was just overbearing. Part of the reason why I feel like the foundation was in the shape it was in due to the roots growing up under the foundation and so forth. It caused more negatives than positives. So I ended up wanting to remove the tree to get it out the way of the property so the property can be viewed so you can have more curb appeal. Once we get ready to list this thing, I want the grass to be pretty and green. I want the dirt going out the driveway. So, you know, we get that done, I think, you know what I'm saying, I think you appreciate it once it's all done.
But if it was my house, I'd keep the tree. I think he's got a problem. Oh, it's terrible. Look at this, man. I mean, it looks like it's like a hill just going up and down. No, this can't cut it, man. We can't sell a house like this. I mean, there's no way. There's no way we can sell a house like this. I mean, my money is on the line here. I mean, I can't sell a house like that, and that's how I get paid.
Carl, you see these lines like this, man?
I see it, man. I see it.
How did it end up happening?
You know, the line got there because the trusses on the roof line, they were crooked.
Man, come on, Carl, man. You're supposed to be my project manager, man. Look at this line right here. How am I gonna sell this house like that? I rely on my GC, general contractor, which in this case was called, to notice those things. And, you know, so it kind of did surprise me when I walked in and he hadn't really paid attention to it, and I had to bring it to his attention that, hey, this is not going to work. Damn. No, that ain't going to get it, man. Man, you're pulling up now. You know, I have a good crew. I trust them pretty good, but even sometimes they miss things. Did Manuel the one did this?
Yeah, Manuel.
Come here for a second, man.
Man, it's crooked, man. I mean, the lines are crooked, man.
This house was probably one of the worst foundations we had. And so they really had to do a lot of movement. And with that, the structure moved, the walls moved. So when my guys got the drywall in the property, they didn't line up the studs correctly, and we had some waves in the between the ceiling and the walls.
What happened?
It's not nothing. It's not nothing. How can we fix that?
Yeah, I need more.
That house was in really bad shape, you know, and a crooked line, that was just pretty minute for all the things that was wrong with that house.
Fixing.
Yeah, we just want that line there a little bit
Yeah.
more straight, because people
Yeah.
would complain about that.
Yeah, that's okay.
And then that one too, man. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
It was something that I should have caught, but things happen.
The kitchen had some cabinets that were salvageable, meaning that we could keep them, we didn't have to put new ones, we didn't have to reface them. They're solid wood. Right. Which is surprising. We probably could have stained these boys, you know.
I was thinking that, but. You know, the cabinets, they really needed to be painted. That staining could go one way or another, man. They could come out looking good, but they may not. To stain the cabinets, that wood has to be sanded down. It has to be pretty much in impeccable shape.
So we end up salvaging the cabinets, again, another probably about, you know, when you put new cabinets in this kitchen, you're talking a budget of probably $2 to $3 grand.
Garland is the landscaper. He does quite a few of the properties for us. What's the best you think you can do?
What do you have in it?
Well, you said 700, but is that the best you can do? Yeah, I was trying to talk to Garland about the tree, trying to get him down on the price, you know.
See, if I say yes, what happens then? I'm just trying to figure out what.
Garland always, his prices, they start out kind of high. I know that, and so I gotta try to work Garland down on the price. Right. Man, that just seemed like a lot for a tree, Garland. I mean, you think it's that much time you're gonna have invested in it? Always prepared to negotiate with everybody that we call, whether it be the plumber, the electrician, the cabinet man. I mean, we gotta negotiate. 650.
And what about the mud? Do the mud too?
Yeah, and the mud too.
The unit is a piece of shit. It needs to come out. I wouldn't even be in the damn house.
When I saw the AC unit in this house, I wasn't sure if we were going to keep it, sell it, if it could be repaired, what have you. You got your new pair of hats on?
Oh yeah, man. It cost for this here, man. Say, man, I got 20, I went to 30, I count all the houses I've been to. All the work I've been to with you. 30-some houses, but 30-some jobs. You ain't never paid me a service call, 35. So you owe me, I got my calculator out, 35 times.
I know he like to pay in 15, 30 days, but I always tell him all the time, when I'm done with the job, I need my check immediately.
I wouldn't come up in this here with this here. I wouldn't buy the house, man.
You would?
Hell no.
When I looked at the unit, it looked decent to me, but at the same time, you know, sometimes the AC units can be misleading. What's wrong with it?
It's working, man, but it's just a piece of shit, man. Why you making these houses look pretty, man? You got to make these look pretty too.
How old is this unit?
Man, that's original.
That unit right there was real old, and the way Mike do his house and the way he fixed his houses up, that was a given. It was just a house, the unit that been there from day one. It just needed to be changed out.
This right here, original. This been changed before, you can tell, because it's that cord from that Goodman.
Whoever talked to that homeowner, they really jackleg the whole system, because that's the easy way out. That's the cheap way out.
Let me look at the outside.
Oh, you talking outside right now?
Yeah.
Piece of shit?
Well, the outside unit definitely need to be changed. I mean, it was an original unit. It was a piece of crap. It was leaking freon and super dirty leaning.
Check to see, is it blowing cold?
It's working.
It's working.
Wait a minute, I mean, the unit, a lot of units work.
Right. Just old stuff.
You know,
Everything working.
I wouldn't have it in the crib, man.
So in his situation, he said the AC unit needs to be completely repaired, and I trust his judgment, so we end up replacing the whole AC unit.
When I'm done, I just need my bread.
You need to what?
No matter what.
Oh, man.
Before you sell the house,
You want your money.
I need my bread. When
bread.
Upon completion of the job, I need my bread,
I heard
my
you,
check.
man. I got you.
Once it start blowing cold,
Yeah,
I need my
your
check.
bread.
Leave my
Man, I
check.
might be out of town though, man.
It's okay. You good for it.
Okay. Appreciate
you
it.
good for
Appreciate it. Appreciate it.
You one of the few people good for it though.
I ended up going out of town with the foundation on Alexandria. I had called to check on a warranty situation.
When I took that property over, working with Mike, that was the first thing that needed to be done. Was the foundation needed to be fixed before we could do any work on the property.
And when I went out of town, Carl met with the foundation people, to my knowledge, and they told him everything was fine, everything was within tolerance, and they will give me a lifetime warranty, which is what I paid for.
So what I did was I called the representative from the company to meet me out there.
I said, Carl, did you get him to give you something in writing? And he said, no, I wasn't thinking about nothing in writing. And I said, man, I even told him back then, man, you got to watch these people. They can be tricky a little bit. So every time you meet with somebody, you want to cover your ass and get something in writing.
And I was like, did they give you anything stating that everything was fine? And Carl was like, no, they didn't. They said that they didn't have anything to give me.
I met the rep out at the property, and he told me everything was good. He did all his checks on the foundation to make sure the structure, everything was in line.
Right now, we're waiting. I have the certificate that I have a lifetime warranty issued on August the 8th. I have that in my possession, and right now I'm waiting on the owner of the company to give me a call just to reaffirm that everything is okay.
You can imagine what position that put me in when I have to explain to the buyer's real estate agent that all of a sudden, you know, I got it in my listing, the property has a full lifetime transferable warranty. Now I have to explain to them that, hey, we might not have this warranty. They didn't put earnest money down, 2 or 3 days away from closing, you know, house is fixed up, nice, ready to go, unbeknownst to me that we might not have a warranty in place.
You putting the refrigerator in?
Yeah, it's sold already.
No, it's my.
Yeah, that's a refrigerator. Is it going in you?
Huh? Yeah,
Are you
okay.
the tenant?
No, I'm the one who's selling the house.
Oh yeah, my boss is the one who bought it.
So at that point, you know, it became a very intense situation.
Yeah, once I tried to get the warranty, I was in shock that the representative that I met out at the property, he never turned the paperwork that was necessary into the company so they could produce the warranty.
Nice and cold in here. Oh yeah.
Me personally, when I walk into a house, every house is different. It's just like the feeling that the house gives me, you know, and then when I walk through the house, I can just start to envision the house being transformed. It's just the feeling that I get, and I can almost see the house at the finished stage while I'm walking through the house.
Kitchen turned out nice.
The cabinets were beautiful. Painted white cabinets, that's what's in right now. It updates the house, it gives it more of a modern, clean feel, and it turned out wonderful.
It turned out really nice. Claude did a nice choice in picking out this countertop. What's this, Hawaiian? Hawaiian. Yeah, that really flows well with the house. The backsplash, the tile. It really gives it a real peaceful, calm look. Went with this rectangular style tile that's really in these days. It really helps enhance the overall look of the kitchen. He did a real good job.
Came together, man. Yeah.
He did a real good
I
job.
was actually surprised. I was out of town and I talked to you about this house, and there's another one. As soon as it hit the market, first day, contract.
We already got wood down, we already got tile down, and then you telling me that I might have to go in here, break all this stuff up, lift the house back up in certain areas just to get my warranty intact, when all I had to be told is up front and I wouldn't have had no problem doing it.
The doors, they close like they should. They line up. That's a real good indication that the foundation is on and everything on the surface seems to be okay. So, you know, we're just hoping that the foundation company, you know, didn't try to pull a fast one, you know, so. Yeah, you know, with these foundation companies, you really got to be careful, because a lot of times what they do is that they'll fix the foundation, the first time, and they'll give you a warranty. But when you call them back out, if there's a problem with the foundation, a lot of times they'll say, oh, well, there's nothing wrong with the existing piers that are under the house now. But what we got to do is we got to add new piers. So the new piers are never covered.
We just found this out today. That's what I'm saying. No, I'm getting ready to go out there to his office. They close at 6 o'clock.
So when I called to get that warranty certificate, that's when we find out that nothing had been done on it. There was no certificate, so it would have been a nightmare. It would have not only affected the bottom line, but it would have just created a lot of issues, mainly between me and Mike.
I sure will. Okay, Melanie. Thank you. Man, they put me in the middle of this shit. And really, I'm just I hate being in this position where, I can't, I got causes on my team, so I gotta believe what Carl said. As I was doing a job, I was just doing a visual of the house, making sure everything was right. I seen the new buyer that was getting ready to buy the house.
Beautiful house.
Appreciate
Cute little
it.
house.
Thank you.
You guys
Thank
did
you.
great job on it.
Oh yeah, we try and do our best.
Yes, sir.
So yeah, well, you should have seen this house before we got to it.
Was it bad?
Yeah, it was probably the worst looking house on the street.
Really?
And that's I would say one of the best looking house on the street.
Yeah, I mean, it's gorgeous inside. We
Yeah.
have a lady that's going to move in. She just moved from Florida.
Oh, okay.
So it's going to be perfect for her.
Good,
So,
good.
yeah.
I'm real proud. I mean, this really came out well.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
Sure did.
One thing I want to run by you is we got the certificate from the for the foundation.
Okay.
So, but right now we having a discussion with them about transferring and all that stuff over.
Gotcha.
To ask us that. So, we're trying to get everything solved on for us, making sure everything is under warranty on that.
Gotcha.
Lifetime warranty.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So. It took a little motivation on my behalf to get it done, especially when I told them that I was on my way out there, and they could tell by the tone of my voice that I wasn't very pleased. Was he there this morning? Okay. Well, I'm finna come out there. I'm not too far, and we got. But I'm gonna have you call him and get him on the phone while I'm there, because I can't keep. Yeah, I'm on my way. I'll pay you. Want to give me my money back? You give them on the phone, but we're gonna get this settled. Just all I need to do is either get him on the phone with me, or I'm finna just come there. So by the time I was halfway out there, the first day was avoiding my calls. The owner wouldn't call me back. I'm talking about 2 or 3 days of calling, and finally the owner did call me.
Here's what we want to do. Now, you're interested in getting your warranty, correct?
Yes, I have my warranty in my hand. But yeah, definitely.
Okay. Then maybe I'm a little confused of what the crux of the problem is. When I asked how much is it to transfer this warranty, first she sent me a message saying Terry did that's $100 to transfer from me to my new buyer. But then she came back with another email and said, oh yeah, and don't forget the additional work you got to do. Okay, I think that's where the miscommunication of all this is. Okay, so after discussing with Uriel and what he saw and what he said, you have your warranty. So here's what's going to happen in the future if you ever have warranty needs is that what he was saying is, I believe he discussed with you, and I did listen to the call that you had with him that you sent me, that he said that one of the piers inside the house may be settling, right? He said he think it might have just been due to the little movement that it had, might have been due just to settling. Right, and there generally is some set of those new work. So here's what I think. I'm not sure that he got across very well. Is that if we have to do that work, we will have to install the additional tiers to go along with that.
We got it all resolved that, yeah, my warranty was intact and that you free to sell the house and we will honor the warranty, the full foundation lifetime warranty.
Okay, can you send me something to have either Terry or one of your people send that to me in email? See, that's what when she was thinking I'm gonna come out. That's one thing you gotta understand. You can never fold on this stuff. You gotta go to the end. When you know you right, you know what I'm saying? You gotta go to the end until you win. I could have easily said, oh man, gave up on this and end up having to get somebody else out there to give another warranty and just kind of ran away from it all and folded, but that wasn't an option for me. From where I'm from and how I grew up, that's not an option to fold. The last thing they want is a 6'3", 220-pound black man out at their front door telling them they better get their shit together.
I was able to get this deal sold, got the foundation warranty switched over, and moved to the next one.
Yeah, just talk to him. We all good. Yeah, we all good, and he cleared everything. Said we could able to transfer the warranty over, bill $100 to your clients, and everything was within tolerance.